Welcome to week 3 of Seagate Gaming Academy, powered by Northern Shield Academy. I'm Ausper, and this week I'll be going over roles, abilities, and ultimates. Now, I do want to preface that there are a lot of different abilities and different things you can do with these abilities, so I simply can't go over every agent's abilities in this video. But I will be going over the basic understanding of the abilities that you may encounter in VALORANT. The first thing I want to explain is the 4 different agent roles within the game. Firstly, we'll be talking about Sentinels. There are currently 3 Sentinels: Cipher, Killjoy, and Sage. Sentinels are defensive experts who can lock down areas and watch flanks, both on attack and defensive rounds. Their kits are designed around traps that, if they get destroyed or activated on enemy contact, it will provide your team with information that someone was just near one of your traps. On defense, you're typically the person bunkering down on site while slowing the enemy's push as much as possible so that your team can rotate. And on attack, you can use your abilities to watch flanks so that your team only has to worry about what's in front of them. The next role is controllers. Currently, there are only 3 controllers: Omen, Viper, and Brimstone. Controllers are experts in slicing up dangerous territory to set their team up for success. Controllers' main jobs on both attack and defense is to provide smokes that can deny the enemy vision, or to provide your team the ability to move forward without being seen. These 3 agents are able to place their smokes from almost anywhere on the map from safety. These agents are excellent at helping their team by throwing smokes while their team is taking a site to deny the enemy's lines of sight. The next role is Duelist. Right now, there are currently 5 Duelists: Phoenix, Raze, Jet, Reyna, and Yoru. Duelists are self-sufficient fraggers who their team expects them through abilities and skills to get high frags and to seek out engagements first. Duelist kits are very good at taking fights and putting a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Typically, the Duelists are the first persons to take a site or a gunfight because of the amount of fragging power they have within their kits. The last role is Initiators. Currently, there are 3 Initiators: Sky, Sova, and Breach. Initiators challenge angles by setting up their team to enter a contested ground and push defenders away. Agents with this role have a lot of stuns and flashes and information gathering abilities to assist your team to make that final push on the site. Now I'll be going over what an ultimate ability is. Ultimate abilities are the strongest abilities that an agent has in their kit. All of them are unique in their ways, but all of which can help turn the tides in a round. I'll be going over every agent's ultimate, how to get them, and how to use their ultimate efficiently in a round. First, you can look under your ultimate ability to see that there are notches. This indicates how many points away from your ultimate you are. Or you can hold tab in a match and you can see that you have an ultimate status, which also shows how many points you are away from getting your ultimate. So the first way to get your ultimate is after every kill you get. Here, if we look before I get the kill, notice how many ultimate points I have. Then check after I get the kill. The next way to get your ultimate point is after each death. After an enemy kills me, you can see that I receive 1 ultimate point. The next way is to be gathering the ultimate orbs that are scattered across the maps. Here, I grab the orb, which takes a small amount of time, then I receive 1 ultimate point. Here, you can get 1 ultimate point by planting the spike. Planting the spike grants 1 ultimate point to the planter. Now, I'll be going over every agent's ulti and how to use them efficiently in a round. First, we'll be talking about Breach's ulti. His ulti is a massive area stun knockup. It's the best when trying to execute onto a site like this. If the ulti hits anyone onto the site, they will be launched up briefly and will become stunned. The other way to use his ulti efficiently is when trying to retake a site. It obviously works a little bit better when you have teammates to follow up on the ulti, but you can also be using it for yourself. The next ulti I want to talk about is Brimstone's ultimate. It's a massive AoE damaging ability that kills anyone in its area if they stand in it for too long. It's very good at clearing common spots that people like to hide or peek from at the start of a round, and it's also good to stop the enemy from planting or defusing the spike. The next ultimate is Ciphers. After an enemy is killed, you have 15 seconds to scan their body. After doing so, you reveal the entire enemy team position. Ciphers' ultimate is good whenever you're able to scan a body, because you reveal the enemy team, we can understand where everyone is and what they intend on doing, and then after that, you can then just figure out what you want to be doing with your team. Next is Jet. Her ultimate gives her knives, and combined with all of her other kits, she can fly high in the sky with no accuracy drop. So you're typically using her ultimate when you plan on being very aggressive, or when your team doesn't have enough economy to buy, so you use her knives and try to get some kills so you can steal the other opponent's weapons. The next ultimate is Killjoy. Killjoy is a huge AoE controlling ultimate. The best way to use Killjoy's ultimate is when you're trying to take a site, or trying to retake a site. There's a long countdown before her ultimate goes off, but if any enemies is in its area when it goes off, they will be detained. Your movement speed will be dropped, and you cannot use any guns for a certain period of time. Next is Omen. Omen's ultimate is a global teleportation. He can teleport anywhere on the map. It's mainly used for information gathering, but his ultimate can be used aggressively to catch enemies off guard. Here I use Omen's ult to avoid a 1v1 fight and plant the spike. Phoenix ultimate is like a second life. You can use this ultimate, run anywhere while it's active for 10 seconds, and if you die, you get sent back to where you originally used it. If you don't die, you will still be sent back after a short period of time. You typically use this when you're executing a site or retaking a site. Raze's ultimate is a huge long-range AoE rocket launcher. Just like any AoE abilities, typically using them to kill anyone that isn't peeking you, or you can be very aggressive with it and fly through the sky and kill anyone that tries to stop her. Reyna's ultimate amplifies 2 of her abilities. When she kills someone while her ultimate is being used, she will automatically start regaining health, but also if you use your dismiss ability when in your ulti, you'll become completely invisible to the enemy. You typically use this when your team is taking or retaking a site. Sage's ultimate revives a fallen teammate. This is very good when you're down in numbers in a round and simply want to secure the round win. Or you can use Sage's ulti to maintain economy for your next round. Skye's ultimate is an information gathering ability. She sends 3 orbs out tracking the 3 closest enemies. You can use this to have an understanding about where the enemies are in a round. Here I use the ultimate to know where the enemy is when I'm retaking a site. And here I use the ultimate when I had no idea what site the enemy's on. The ultimate starts going to left to B site, so I run to A and plant the spike. Sova's ultimate is a huge laser-like ability that can shoot through walls 3 times. This ability is good to get a quick kill at the start of the round, or to deny people trying to defuse the spike. Keep in mind it takes 2 hits with the ultimate to kill an enemy. Viper has a huge AoE smoke that makes her enemies glow once they appear in her smoke. Viper has longer sight when in her smoke, and when enemies are in her smoke, their health drops down to 1 HP if standing in it for a long time. This is very good for post-plant or on defense to deny them onto site. Yoru's ultimate is an information gathering ability. You can go invisible and invulnerable to enemies for a short period of time unless you're in a certain distance away from them. You can run around gathering information or repositioning. One thing to note that you cannot shoot or use other Yoru abilities while using his ultimate. That's all for this week. If you require any help or wanting more tips, reach out to the coaches in the Discord. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on all social media at Shield Academy, and you can follow myself at Ausper4. See you all next week, where I'll be going over map understanding and rotations.
Hi, it's Mike again. It is a special 30th anniversary in Canada for one of our major sponsors this month. Canada Computers has 39 locations in Canada, offering an assortment of computer components, including Seagate, and system builder services. We want to wish Canada Computers a happy anniversary. I thank you for joining us here in week 3, and we look forward to seeing you week 4.